Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. It's a shotgun run call. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Looking to pass here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. And boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Wenke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Using his legs, it's Brown. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He makes the grab. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And here comes a deep shot. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Can he take it all the way? Unleashes the stiff arm. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
First down here for this offense. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They pick up the first down. Tackle at the 25.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
The Ducks line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Third down play for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I'll tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Gonna run it. It's Brown.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Not able to connect. Incomplete. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Stepping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
And the single back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
And they get him down after the completion.
Okay, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. He'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Using his legs, it's Brown. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Looking for the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Diaz. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 49.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw, and you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw, and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee, a quarterback that can make throws like this.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This is a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Brought down after a short return. Buck, the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Anytime you see a defense sit back and cover two, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on it. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of, so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quick completion to the tight end. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Looking to throw now on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ward.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And the Ducks are in the red zone now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Catch made, looking for the goal line. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They'll run the option. He hands it to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Went after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. That strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down.
That is a close call. Almost brought down inside his own end zone for a safety. He's fortunate to be able to get out of there and avoid the safety.
That sack makes it second down and forever. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. He's at the 50. At the 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Knowles. No chance to catch him.
I can't believe they threw the football. I think the defense is surprised as well. It looked like they had everybody up near the line of scrimmage to just stop the run because they thought they might take the easy way out. Instead, they show confidence in the quarterback. They throw the football, and my gosh, does it pay off. 99 yards for a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? With some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Moves the ball up to the 30. Second down after that run on the previous play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Here comes a handoff. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important second down play coming up. Here's the handoff. Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. Check this out. The offense still on the field going for it inside their own 30. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. It goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, that's exactly when you want to go to your little or slot receiver, right? He gets a one-on-one matchup on fourth down, has all that room to work with in the middle of the field. Get him the football on fourth down, come up with the conversion, and keep those sticks moving.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And now the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass rush closing in. He pulls it in for a big gain. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. In the clear at the 25. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Florida State offense on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
They'll kick it away here. He's going to try to return the punt. And they've got the returner corralled. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Using his legs on the scramble. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. They call the draw play here. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Noles will kick this away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Retakes the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Movement here from the tight end. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Working his way inside the 15. Touchdown, Ducks. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. from deep in the end zone. He'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the... That's where the offense will take over. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Takes a shot as he gets the pass off. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Just crushed through the defender. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
The middle linebacker is the quarterback of the defense. This time, the coordinator decides to blitz him, and it works. Good job by bringing him and getting to the quarterback.
2nd down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch is made. Room to run here. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Solid tackle, able to get him down. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. Touchdown, Oregon. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's McCoy. He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Trying to find some room. It's Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, They haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a big gain.
Hey, when it's your day, it's your day. This offense, and especially this running back, enjoying a monster day, putting up huge numbers and having a nice, big, comfortable lead.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. And there's the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
The Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. Quarterback keeps the football. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And the quarterback with the shovel pass underneath. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. You have a sense they wanted a little bit more with that pitching catch.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ducks. And the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well. pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll use the ground game here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job in this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter.
Roll it. Pound 55 weak.
Looking for a gap. It's Brown. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Okay, ready?
That run sets up a critical third down play.
Come on, set.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Finding some room with the 25. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know the most impressive thing to me, Chris? I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now on the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
Here's the second down play. Crossing the 35. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47. Just pounding away for another big gain, Kirk. You wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Gain makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Catch made on the right side. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offensive great scoring position here. Second down and goal upcoming. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. On 2nd and goal, they'll give them another chance. Touchdown, Oregon. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second and long, backed up at the 7-yard line. Tight end goes in motion. And the runner takes off to his right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Receiver takes the handoff, tries to make the 3rd down yardage. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out, so now you're way behind on the sticks.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Jackson. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Goes down after making the grab. That's not going to be enough for a 1st down.
Well, these guys just won't let up. Another big positive gain here in the passing game from this offense. This is one of those games you kind of look forward to the film study. You get through things on Saturday night. Maybe you go over there on Sunday to the facility, and on Monday as a team, you break down the film. They'll be pretty happy when they get the chance to look at this one.
Off play action. He's looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
He missed it. That's just a minor blip there in what's been a thoroughly one-sided dominance.
Chris, you and I were on the field in warm-ups. We saw this guy hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and actually went over. So we know that he has the leg to make this kick. I just don't think he got enough on it.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. And the Seminoles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down. And the Noles come to the line and start a fresh set of downs. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looking to throw it on first down. Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues